Hello, I am David Rowan, and I spend my time asking very smart people what they're building to take us into the future. I was the founding editor-in-chief of Wired magazine, the UK edition, which tries to find the people building the future, not just in tech and science, but architecture and design and business models. And I now spend a lot of my time traveling to the technical universities to meet the venture capitalists and the startup founders everywhere from Berlin to Beijing. And I've just finished a book in search of proper innovation around the world, because there's a lot of not very real innovation. And if you have a head of innovation, I'm looking at you, because everybody in your organization needs to help invent the future. A couple of things I'm noticing that are clearly going to define the next few years in all sorts of ways, from how we run businesses to how we entertain ourselves to how we understand our physical health. Everything is having embedded intelligence. So we've just got over that period where we got excited that we're connecting lots of things to the network and we're able to get little bits of data from our health tracking machines or from our pets. So we're now about to enter the era where programmable intelligence becomes part of all sorts of aspects of our life. And there's some obvious big consequences, such as the intelligent motor car won't need you to drive it, and you probably won't even own it, because there will be a network of autonomous vehicles that might not even look like today's vehicles, because you won't need a steering wheel. And you will pay for access to the network rather than for ownership of a vehicle. And that's going to change all sorts of things that we haven't really started reflecting about. It's just going to change the real estate market, because you will be able to live further away from where you work, because the journey won't be a horrible commute as much as something you can catch up on sleep or entertainment or work. It's going to change the nature of retail. Little things such as you won't need to go to the gas station anymore because this autonomous vehicle will be electric, and all those things that you tend to buy at the gas station, cigarettes and fizzy drinks and gum, well, they're going to have much more of a problem getting sold. So there's kind of consequences. The most significant thing for most of us, I think, in the next decade is this embedded intelligence is going to change the nature of work for a lot of us, and we have to grasp the social consequences. Society as a whole will get richer because of the greater productivity and efficiency, but we're not going to learn the new skills as fast as our existing skills are being replaced. And this is all sorts of jobs that now have quite high status. If you are a lawyer, even a journalist, especially somebody doing diagnosis in medicine, the machine will be able to do your job more and more effectively, and you're going to have to change your role. And I think if you're bringing up children now, the key skill you can give them is both adaptability and the ability to find something they're passionate about that they can stick with, whatever changes there are in how you express those passions in a marketable skill. I'm an optimist, and I believe that the progress with the smart machine connected with what's happening in genomics is going to help us live, in general, longer and healthier lives, because the body becomes another constantly outputting data source, and the smart machine will tell us in that personal feedback loop what we need to do in advance. There are going to be people left behind, and one of my worries is the people who are the elite at the moment will become a super elite, as they will be able to access the genetic programming as well as all the other benefits. I think as a society we need to understand what we want to do about this. The other worry I have is we shouldn't simply allow technologists to program this future without us working out where humanism fits into this digital world. Do we want a future that is simply optimized for efficiency? Or do we want to start thinking about this thing called meaning, and this thing called happiness, and this thing called human connectedness? Because long term, if we're going to compete with the machine, that's all we have.